Hi, I'm Greg Filson, known from the BXG podcast. You can get that anywhere. I'm here to tell you about really great sunglasses from Ambassador Sunglasses. If you need any kind, any style, they really do a representation. Men or women, you'll find your perfect pair. Good prices, and with my promo code GTPHILS, all caps, you can get 50% off starting now. Yeah, please go ahead, get yourself a pair, get someone else a pair. They're a really good price. I can't recommend them highly enough. I've been wearing the 4 that I've got all the time, and I get compliments all the time. You will too. Ambassador Sunglasses, ambassador.com. Promo code GTPHILS.
Welcome to the BXG podcast, the podcast where pop culture and nerd culture meet at the nexus of the universe and are melded as seamlessly as Kim Kardashian West, Donald Trump, and pole wrestling. I am one of your hosts, Bretton Beswick, alongside my co-host. You're working with a professional here, Greg Filson. Greg, how are you tonight?
I'm okay. I'm the most eligible bachelor that's dead, but here we go.
Right.
I will just announce, got a new gig. Feel like the listeners should know.
Right.
I'm gonna be a 5th grade teacher.
Mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing stuff. I got a lot of support going into this. But yeah, I think I'm super excited about it. I got to meet the kids the other day, and they're very cool, very fun. I feel like that's my maturity level anyhow, is about 5th grade. So I think we're good. I think we're ready to rock and roll. But I'm excited, to start something new. It feels it's going to be a career for a big boy job for this young man.
Normal person hours.
Yeah.
Like not, weird.
Not weird, changing all over the place, and not dealing with retail stuff, which is just the worst.
No weekends.
Yeah.
So that's good. Holidays, summer's off, or
I have about 8 weeks off during the summer.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
all right, we'll see how that goes. It's funny that I went to school to be a teacher, and I am not that.
Sure.
And you did not go to school to be a teacher, and you now are that.
True.
So it's funny how the way the world works.
The world's weird, man.
The world is a strange and unusual place. The BXG podcast publishes every Friday at 9 a.m. on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and other podcast services around the globe. Official BXG social media accounts on Facebook, facebook.com/BXG podcast, Instagram at BXG podcast, at GTFills at Y2B, Twitter at BXG podcast, at GTFilson at Y2B, YouTube, our YouTube channel. You can search for BXG podcast, where you can get the static image episodes if you so choose, or a la carte, some of our different segments. For example, our discussion with Jeopardy champion Suzanne Rourke from last week, as well as our James Bond No Time to Die review. So we've got that going. This coming Tuesday, so this will post on Friday, the 22nd. This coming Tuesday is Fast and Furious Fall, and we did that with our friends from the Tournament Style podcast. Guillermo is back, and he brought Austin along with him for Fast and Furious Fall. It was a lot of fun. I can always tell when an episode is good because I have a hard time falling asleep afterwards.
Yeah.
I fell asleep immediately like a rock. So this episode probably is going to suck. No, I think it was a really good one. It was very fun. There was some good laughs, so on and so forth. Lots of references to family. Obviously. A lot of family. And I will say this is make sure, I know probably a lot of times when we get into the ending rigmarole that people shut the podcast off. Make sure you listen to it the whole way through. That's all I'm going to say. This is definitely a go to the end.
Go to the
Yeah.
end.
The very end. Greg doesn't even know what I'm talking about. So it's a little
No, I don't.
little spice that I added for the end. So there's
I'm
that.
excited.
But we have a great show tonight. We've got a retro review that was voted on by the listeners. So we have Beetlejuice in respect of the Halloween holiday that's right around the corner. We have the challenge. We've got some thoughts on the DC fandom event, some of the social media news. We've got some Kardashian stuff. We've got a couple trailer reactions. And we've got all sorts of fun stuff. But we begin with our retro review, like I said, voted on by the fans. And it's Beetlejuice 1988.
I think so.
I should have written this down.
I think it was 88. Yeah.
Yeah, 1988. Budget of 15 million, a gross of 84.6 million, or 164.6 million adjusted for inflation. Oh, it is in the notes. Beetlejuice is a 1989 horror comedy directed by Tim Burton and starring Alec Baldwin, Gina Davis, Jeffrey Jones, Catherine O'Hara, Winona Ryder, and Michael Keaton. The plot centers around a couple, Adam and Barbara Maitland, played by Baldwin and Davis, respectively, who die in a car accident and return as ghosts to their earthly home. The home is sold to a hipster couple from New York, Charles and Delia Dietz, played by Jones and O'Hara, who move in with their strange daughter slash stepdaughter, Lydia, who is able to see and talk to the Maitlands. When the Maitlands are unable to haunt the home sufficiently to make the Dietz family move out, they decide to call on the assistance of the titular bioexorcist Beetlejuice, played by Michael Keaton. The film won an Academy Award for Best Makeup and spawned a spin-off cartoon that ran for 4 seasons from 1989 to 1991. The dinner party scene in which the guests sing and dance to the song Deo by Harry Belafonte is one of the most iconic scenes of Burton's illustrious career. The film was scored by longtime Burton collaborator Danny Elfman. So
I was amazed at how weird this movie was. I honestly realized that I hadn't watched this in about 30 years.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I love it. I love that kind of weirdness. And I think this is peak Burton. This is what he should have always been doing. It's cool that, it sounds weird too. Like Michael Keaton, it was an 80s star, like a legit 80s star. And he did Night Shift and, Mr. Mom and this and of course, Batman.
Right.
So for him to take on this role where like Beetlejuice really doesn't come on stage, he has a couple minor little things. It's the 47 and 6 second mark of this movie is where you actually get full on Beetlejuice. And I had the action figures of Beetlejuice as a kid and all this stuff. Like I loved this movie when it came out. And for this to be an absolute like real hit is weird to me but maybe that was just a sign of times in the 80s where you could kind of do weird things. Like this movie would make about $4 now, I think. Maybe. It's so weird. It's so off the wall. Like when Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis die at the very beginning and then they try to leave their house and they're just in this weird whatever world.
I think they said it was Saturn.
It was Saturn. And so it's like, this is so cool and so great. And Tim Burton just, I understand what happened with Tim Burton is he got super attached to Johnny Depp and Johnny Depp was not great. Like at that, there was a point where Johnny Depp was just, Captain Jack Sparrow and everything. And that hurt him. But I knew I was going to really like this movie again after not watching it for so many years. But, the Deo song, that is a great, like I watched that twice. I watched the ending twice. I thought that was, the ending's really good when, Beetlejuice is just sitting in the office too, and he gets his head shrank. And I had an actual doll where his head shrank, like it flipped and stuff. So all these little things like came back to me. I'm like, oh wow, like this was huge.
The cartoon. I remember the cartoon. I watched it when I was a kid,
and I think it was a good cartoon. I like to see if it's back because it was definitely weird.
Yeah,
and it was just one of those things where to go on like a Family Guy thing, but it's like Gina Davis is great. And Alec Baldwin, of course, is great. And it's like, whatever happened to Gina Davis? Chris, whatever happened to Gina Davis? But there's so many, and everybody here is still famous. That's like another one of those things where like most of these people in this movie are still like relatively famous. Like Catherine O'Hara is always Catherine O'Hara in every single thing she does, but I have no problem with that. It's like this rich, yuppie, hipster person. And yeah, to me, this is, I know it's a hit, but I actually think it's kind of underrated now at this point because there's not a real flaw to me in this movie other than it maybe is too quick. And I never say that about a movie, but it almost wraps up too quickly. But beyond that, it's so funny. It's like actually really funny. And yeah, I love this movie, and I'm glad that that's what we picked. This is what the audience picked for us to watch.
Just a few thoughts. Well, number one, and this just broke, Alec Baldwin just killed somebody on the set of whatever movie or show he's working on. He fired a prop gun and it struck somebody and they're dead now.
Oh, that's not his fault, but
that's you heard it here first. But in light of that, Beetlejuice,
that just happened.
That just broke. Yeah, it just broke.
Oh my God.
I think that, so first of all, Burton did a Pee-wee movie.
He did.
Pee-wee's Big Top.
Yeah.
Or Big Adventure.
Yeah. Big Adventure. Yeah.
Big Adventure.
That's a good movie.
And then this really, prior to Beetlejuice, he hadn't done a lot of, he'd done a lot of shorts. He'd done like a TV episode here or there. But really, like this really kicks things off for him. Yeah, Pee-wee's Big Adventure in 1985. This really kicked things off for him because here's his next 4 movies after that. Okay, so you got Beetlejuice 89 or 88, Batman 89, Edward Scissorhands 90, Batman Returns 92, Ed Wood 94, Mars Attacks.
Ed Wood's awesome.
Mars Attacks 96. And then it kind of gets a little weird with like Sleepy Hollow, Planet of the Apes, Big Fishes, whatever. He also, Nightmare Before Christmas, he had a producer, not director.
He was a producer. Yeah, he was a director, producer.
Wrote Nightmare Before Christmas. So he had a nice little run there in the late 80s and early 90s. And then, like you said, it was like the Johnny Depp thing, but also I think that people just kind of got weird with that niche. Like they didn't really need that anymore.
Right.
And he really filled, it's kind of funny. Like we talk about like the grunge era, and like counterculture and stuff like that in the 80s and 90s, in the late 80s and early 90s. And I think to a certain extent that his films kind of embody that in a way. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But the thing about this movie is that it's mind blowing that this is a PG movie. It's rated PG.
It does say the F-bomb.
Yeah. He knocks over the tree,
but
still, that's not a thing these days. He knocks over the tree. Nice fucking model, whatever. And
so funny.
He's like going to a whorehouse, and there's a lot of smoking and a lot of like kind of grisly, like the way that some of the characters are. It's like scary, like parts of it are scary. You know what I mean? I was definitely making sure that like none of my kids were walking through as any of the scary things were going on. So the PG thing is kind of, I think that's a sign of the time, for the same reason that like Major League is rated R, which is just baffles me. Like that's a PG-13 movie.
Yeah.
But I think like here's where I kind of like my head went to immediately following this movie is that if you said to like somebody that was probably like 10 years younger than us, right? Like 27, 28, 29. Like, what do you think about the dinner party scene in Beetlejuice? They wouldn't have any idea what we're talking about.
No.
And I think that is, it's like, we move so fast as a society that I think a lot of those like iconic things for their time period. Like you can really only pick one or two things from a certain time period of film or television or music or whatever that are truly timeless. And as iconic as that scene was at the time, and even probably through the 90s, you know, it's just if you try to talk about somebody today outside of the context of something like what we're doing right now, most people have no idea what you're talking about.
No.
And so that's why I do think that it is good for us to do some of these like you know, retro reviews and stuff like that. We're going to do Planes, Trains, and Automobiles for Thanksgiving. I have never seen that.
So and I've seen it probably 25 times.
Right. That'll be fun.
You're going to love that movie, Brendan. I just know you'll love that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Beetlejuice, you know, part of the reason we did Beetlejuice and not like, I don't know, Halloween or something is because I don't do well with like actual scary stuff. But this is just like a nice reminder that you can have something thematically that is that's not just like totally terrifying, you know?
Right.
But I liked it. It was nice. I thought to myself while I was watching it, I was like, I don't know if I know I've seen the whole movie, but I don't know if I've ever watched it tip to tail in one sitting. Like it's a lot of just like, it was on cable a lot, like when we were growing up.
Yeah.
You know, especially around this time of year. I still think that it's on like whatever the freeform thing is, the whatchamacallit, whatever the hell it's called. 30 Nights of Halloween or whatever that's on like ABC Family. It's the CW or ABC Family, whatever that network is, changes its name like every third year. I think it's on there, but it's obviously heavily edited for language and such. But anyway, yeah, Beetlejuice, check it out. It's not available on anything. Like that was the difficult part.
It's only like $4 to rent.
Well, yeah, it was $4
and you get it for like 2 days.
Yeah, and the other thing is now that I think of it, it is on Hulu, because I do think it's part of that 30 Nights of Halloween or whatever on Freeform starting tomorrow. So if you have Hulu, you'll be able to watch it. It'll just be with ads. So
right. It's worth watching, and it's really fun.
Yeah,
and
it's short. It's only like
short. It flies by. Yeah,
it's like 85 minutes long. So
yeah,
definitely watch Beetlejuice. Highly recommended.
So on a complete different thing,
from one professional to another group.
Right, from one professional to another. We'll move on to MTV's A Challenge, and I was going to say this right off the beginning. I think this was my favorite episode of the season. I was enthralled by this episode.
Not. I mean,
really? For this season?
I'm saying that is, while maybe worthy praise, the competition wasn't exactly stiff.
Well, no, but still, it's just for what it is. Right. To boost Ruby team morale, Corey creates Corey's boy camp, and Casey hits it right on the head as she describes it as a movie of a team of lovable losers that try to bring it together. She's right. They do just that, and the daily challenge requires challengers to proceed around a wheel suspended over the water while being hosed down by a fire hose, which was hilarious. They have to jump out and retrieve plugs, which the Ruby team retrieves, but Kyle does not jump for it and is DQ'd. TJ then rubs salt into Kyle's wound by calling him out. At the deliberation, Egg argues to go in himself, and the agency votes him in. The elimination is good old-fashioned pole wrestling. Ed chooses to face off against Kyle, who has beaten CT in a pole wrestle, so that was a dumb decision. And Kyle defeats Ed, sending home a new fan favorite. And Kyle then decides to infiltrate Sapphire because his grandfather told him to on his deathbed, because he wanted to, like, anytime you can join CT, you do that. This was
just, can I clarify something?
Yeah.
It was Corey's boot camp, not Corey's boy camp.
Did I say boy camp?
Yeah, he did. And that made it sound oddly sexual.
Well, it was kind of that too.
Yeah.
It was a little boy camp. But Baby Yoda on your shirt, I just realized. Yeah. That's great. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's like a
because he's just peeking over, so it kind of
It's like a
Maybe that's why I
chalk.
said
I think it's like supposed to look like chalk. Anyway,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this episode I thought was about as good as this show can get this season, at least. What did you think, Brenton?
I'm so unenthralled by the whole spy theme. Like, I'm over it. I just want, like, give me Rivals, give me Battle of the X's.
Well, yeah.
Something like that. Like, so every episode where they're like, oh, the agents and the cells have to retrieve the trigger from the bunker. It's like, no, they don't. They have to run across a platform that is suspended over water and grab ropes. Like, let's just call it what it is. We don't need all the pageantry. And it's funny because, like, very recently in an interview, I can't remember where, that Johnny Bananas said that it's like, I think the fans are like bored of these themes, and it's like, that's why he's the GOAT, because he understands the game inside and out. The Kyle blowing the daily challenge was just like, so, like, you could just see it coming a mile away.
It was so Kyle. It's so Kyle.
It's very Kyle, and they really telegraphed it with the whole, like, they do this. It's not like it's obvious whenever they show people in the confession or the phone call booth. It's like, okay, these people are going to play prominent roles in this episode. How's Kyle? We're showing Kyle, he's seeing the ultrasound. How's he going to fuck this up?
Right.
But TJ too, afterwards, doing like this, like, TJ is at this point, it used to be with TJ, it was just like, TJ hates quitters, and I'm like the cool former BMX guy, and that's what TJ Lavin's situation is. And now he's like a disappointed father a lot of times.
Oh yeah,
and I think that's what. Come on, Kyle, man, you totally blew that. You made it harder than it had to be.
Yeah.
But other than that, Ed is a rookie.
Yep.
And he made 3 rookie mistakes in this one. He made a rookie mistake by volunteering himself to go in. He made a rookie mistake by not picking a guy who has a bum leg. And he made a rookie mistake by picking a guy who's never lost at the event that they were doing. And I guess when you're a rookie, you make rookie mistakes.
Yeah,
I don't. As far as Kyle joining the Sapphire team, that was weird to me. Like, I get, like, you want to be on CT's team, I guess, but I think the Emerald team's won 3 in a row or 2 in a row, and they have no glaring weaknesses. Like, I don't think that they have like the best person at anything in their 6 people. Like, they don't have the physically strongest. They don't have the best at puzzles, because even though Devin's very good at puzzles, I don't think he's as good as CT. But they don't have any weaknesses. Like, they have Josh for like dumb and tough events.
Yeah.
They have Devin for like smart but weak events. Their 3 girls are all pretty solid. So I just don't see any weaknesses on that team.
Casey's probably the best girl left.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
As long as she doesn't get injured, she's probably the best girl left.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So for him to go on the Sapphire team was kind of, I thought it was a given that he was going to swap with Manuel.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't do that. It was like
kind of weird. I thought it made, and it weakened the Sapphire team to the benefit of the Ruby team, because now you have Corey and Nelson working together.
So, who would have you like? Obviously, he wasn't going to pick it. He wasn't going to pick. I don't know. It was just a bad decision overall by Ed. I'm not even trying to like nitpick it. It was bad in the moment, and I think he just kept his mouth shut. Like, if you don't want to send the guy with the bum hamstring, I'm sorry. Like, that's just the game. Like,
that's the game.
Yeah, that's the game.
That's what I mean. It was like, and I said it while we were watching. I was like, I feel like he's too nice of a guy to be on this show.
He's too smart. And so what happens is that he's so smart that he becomes nice, and then he doesn't actually like this is a guy that actually is like legit, has an engineering degree and went to like an Ivy League school and stuff like this. So he's just trying to think about things like that. I hope he comes back because I think he'll learn.
I do
from
like
this.
him.
And
and I like him.
I love him. I think he's awesome, but it's just like one of those things where he'll learn from this. He wasn't gonna. The thing I said after this was he wasn't gonna win this anyhow. So if this is the learning experience, it was a proper, like he said, it was a proper ass whooping.
Yeah.
And so it's like one of those things where he learns from this, and he will never make this kind of mistake again.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't see the next on what anything there that
I'll be honest, the next on was pretty boring. It was a lot of like just people flying around, but not anyone. No one was screaming at anyone, which threw me off. I was like, I need people screaming at each other in every next on.
Well, we know Nelson.
Hopefully, it's about
Kyle,
mac and cheese.
Yeah. Well, we know Nelson and Kyle get into it, and we have a probable reason as to why now. So that might show up, but yeah, we'll see. At some point, the green team will lose a daily challenge, but the green team, they will lose a daily challenge, and subsequently, that'll shake things up a little bit. But they look really tough to beat.
They look really good. Yeah, they're really good.
The question at the end of the day is going to be, when you get to the final, then what? Clearly they're not going to be running it as teams. It's an individual game. That was said. So,
we probably have about 19 more episodes left of this. So
right.
More episodes than players left, but still.
Somehow they'll figure out it. The challenge. It stretches like math. Moving on. Oh, the French. This past week, number 3, this past weekend, there was a DC fandom event. And we have, we're not going to do any trailer reactions to any of these things because we have two trailer reactions for trailers that popped today. But there were there was a lot of things shown, but we're going to cover the 6 most prominent things. The first of those was a new trailer for Robert Pattinson, the Batman, slated for a March 5th release. What did you think of the Batman trailer?
It's going to be the second best Batman ever made.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I think it's going to be the second best Batman ever made. Of course, the first one is Batman Forever,
right?
And then
correct,
and then this. So it was awesome. Like it was basically what we've talked about, where it's like noir detective Batman, and we're finally getting it. And it's Robert Pattinson, who's awesome. And if you haven't seen his movies past Twilight, I suggest seek them all out because they're all amazing, and he's great. It's going to be very violent. We definitely can see that, and a no holds bar. Also, it just looks weird, which I'm excited about. I really like that. It's Catwoman and Penguin, which is what we want in our Batman Returns.
And Riddler.
Yeah.
Riddler. That's what I mean. I when I watched it, and I texted you, I said, it looks like The Dark Knight and Batman Returns had a baby. Yeah. And this is what we got, which is exciting because those are, 2 of the 3 best Batman movies outside of obviously Batman Forever. I let the record show that we're both being very sarcastic about that. I think
you can't compare the Joel Schumacher movies to the rest because it's really kind of miles away in quality.
Right.
I'm just leaving it there.
Right. Leave that ambiguous.
Miles away in quality.
Oh my. I think
nipples.
It still gives. Fuck. Yeah, that was the thing. the Batman trailer, it's still, and I know it's because of the music that they're using like a very slowed down, which of an already slow Nirvana song. It is like super Watchmen vibes to me, because I think they might have used the same song or something super similar in some of the Watchmen trailers. So it gives me that vibe a little bit, and it's so dark. I believe the inspiration for this is the Earth One. The Earth One run, where he's basically in his second year of being Batman, and that seems to be where from what I understand, though, this is a standalone. Like, there's not necessarily going to be a sequel, correct?
Right.
Or we don't.
It's
know.
Its own thing. Supposedly it's his own thing. And
hopefully, though, that they're. I mean, as long as it's good, and when we get down a little bit later, I'm actually gonna have more to say about the Batman. But moving on, we get the Flash teaser trailer.
It was good. I think the problem was, and I'll say with the next three trailers, is that I watched the Batman trailer first.
Well,
and got goosies so hard that it was like watching. The rest of these were fine. I will say the rest of these are fine, but this one was good. It was good.
Yeah. Well, the thing that was, the best about this was the voiceover was Michael Keaton, who's back as Batman from '89. Pretty sure that they're unveiling the '89 Batmobile at the end of the trailer. And we also know that Affleck is in this. So it's almost as, a lot of Batman stuff. And I think that it's almost, it's a teaser trailer, and it's like, well, it's almost more exciting for what they didn't show.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but I am excited, to see this. The third.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely see this.
Yeah. The third is Black Adam, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as the title character. Not a lot of, this was another teaser trailer, so there wasn't like a ton.
No.
It's just, I'm not super excited for this.
I was going to say, I think of all the four, this one was like, I was just, and it's not because of my Dwayne Johnson thing. And when the Furious, Fast and Furious podcast comes out, listen to it. I have a different thought on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. This just doesn't really look good, and it has nothing to do with him. It just,
I think it's all the character. Good. The character is just not,
the lame character.
It'll do well because he's in it.
Because
he's in it, and people show out to see superhero movies. The fourth was for the HBO series Peacemaker, starring John Cena as the Peacemaker from the Suicide Squad. I'm not sure if this is before or after Suicide Squad, but this looked batshit crazy, and I loved it.
I'm down for this. I love that it's a series.
Yeah.
Too. Like, that made me more excited for it, that it's like we're gonna get a little series of it. John Cena still is weird to me. And I mentioned this in the Fast and Furious pod that comes out on Tuesday.
Right.
I have a hard time looking at him. And I don't know why. I don't know if he's unattractive. He just isn't like normally what you think of when you think of like someone that's like a movie star, but he is now like a movie star. And it's weird to look at him. He has a weird face. And so that's the only problem I have with this. Like, I don't know if I can watch this for a series with his weird face. And this is just, it's not, there's a lot going on. It's someone that definitely had like someone break a lot of bones in his face. And that's what like throws me off with them. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be entertaining as hell. That's one thing I'll say about this. It's going to be very entertaining. And
James Gunn is pretty directly related in this. So I think it's going to have that whole thing. I will go on, we did Suicide Squad whenever it came out. I know it didn't do well commercially per se. It was right in the middle of that Delta variant shit, and it came out on day and date on HBO Max. That's where I think both of us watched it. Yeah. It was really good. I thought it was better than any of his Guardians movies, honestly.
Oh yeah, I would 100% agree with that.
And I'm like pretty excited to see any of the characters from that particular movie in any way we can get them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bloodsport, Polka Dot Man, Ratcatcher, King Shark, any of those things. And then obviously Peacemaker getting his own show. So the other two things that are mostly relevant, I mean, there was a bunch of new animated stuff and some stuff dealing with like I think the Batgirl live action movie. There was behind the scenes stuff for Shazam 2. There was a lot of animated movies shown. But the two main things for our, audience or what have you, two video games from the WB DC lineup. Gotham Knights Court of Owls was shown off. It is being made by Warner Brothers Montreal, and then Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League, which is being made by Rocksteady, who made the Arkham trilogy, was shown. Those both are slated for 2022 release dates, I believe. I think Gotham Knights is sooner than Suicide Squad, but I'm not sure. They look fine. You know, I'll probably, like, if I have to pick one, I mean, I've played the Arkham games pretty extensively, so I think the one that I might be the most excited for is Suicide Squad, just because it's the same team. Whereas Gotham Knights will probably be, well, Gotham Knights, WB Montreal, they made Arkham Origins, which is technically part of that series, but it's kind of not at the same time. But anyway, you can check out any of this. I mean, all the trailers and such are over on YouTube. So yeah,
check them out. It's fun. In other checkout stuff news, we'll move on to topic 4. Social media app website lifestyle news. I like this lifestyle news. We have, Did I? I didn't write that.
I don't remember writing it.
Well,
that's weird.
We have some major shifts in the landscape. Starting next week, when you log into your Facebook app, it could have a new name. According to the website The Verge, Facebook founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg will announce on an earnings call October 28th, but possibly sooner, a change in the name of the company to reflect their work in a growing metaverse with Facebook, Instagram, Oculus VR, and WhatsApp under their umbrella. It is likely the name change will reflect the growth in a multinational tech conglomerate similar to Google changing to Alphabet. The corporation has been mired in controversy for the last several years, and part of the change may be trying to give their image a facelift. It will be called "We're Stealing Your Information," I think.
No, that's what it's already called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We sell your data.
We sell your data.
Not your dad, your data.
You could sell my dad. I don't care.
Oh.
And then in other news about shitty people.
Watch your tongue.
Sorry
about mind yourself.
Yeah, sorry about that. And other news about people that aren't good. Former President Donald Trump and his own foray into the social media space. The Trump Media and Technology Group almost threw up a little bit. In a statement to the media, the former president said, "I created Truth Social and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles." Oh, I'm sorry, TMGT, to stand up for the tyranny of Big Trump, of Big Tech. Trump said in the press release sent to the media, "We live in a world where the Taliban has a presence on Twitter, yet your favorite American president has been silenced." I don't think Barack Obama has been silenced, so I'm confused. An invitation only closed. Beta will begin in November with a full rollout in Q1 of 2022.
My favorite American president was never on social media, because the internet wasn't available during the 30s and 40s.
Also, all our presidents are American.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
but there's presidents that aren't American.
But like they're American to some,
Yeah.
They're,
Yeah. It's
Martin Van Buren's my favorite American president.
That's not true.
No, but it's a Seinfeld episode.
Okay. FDR, Franklin Delano Romanowski.
FDR is probably my favorite president, American president. If I were to count down the list.
Yeah.
Franklin Delano Romanowski.
Lincoln was up there.
Lincoln's good.
He's a good one.
I like FDR.
Yeah, I'm an FDR guy. Anyway, let's see here. Here's my thing on social media is I wouldn't be on it if we didn't have to have it to promote.
Oh no, I'm so over it. And I'm a person that likes it, but I'm over it. Like, it's bad.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I'm really looking forward to what Facebook changes their name to. I heard it was going to be like Horizon Worlds or some bullshit. Because they were going
honestly,
they were going to change their name to like like they had something in the works that was called like Facebook Horizons, and then it got changed to Horizon Worlds, and now
Horizon Face.
Horizon, yeah. Oh, oofs. Yeah, it's a rough one. I don't like any of this. I mean, I don't care. Here, let me ask you this question though: are you going to be on Truth Social?
I hope I'm the first person invited.
I won't be the first person invited, but will you be on it?
I might as well be. It'll be so funny. It'll be like the content. It'll be amazing. It will be amazing content.
I'm going to be on it. You want to know why?
We should have a True Social segment.
Republicans listen to podcasts too. Number 5.
But we don't sell sneakers.
No, we don't sell. We still sell.
We just talk. I'll tell you what we do. How about this? We do a True Social thing. We just talk about it. We won't make jokes. We will just talk about it. No jokes. It'll be a no joke zone. We'll just talk about what people said.
It'll be a safe space.
It'll be a great safe space. We'll be in the bird's nest.
Okay. The triangle of trust.
Yeah, triangle of trust.
In the room of righteousness at the table of truth.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'll give you. If you're listening to this and you're scared, you're thinking, oh, these guys are these liberals are going to make fun of it. It's gonna be it'll be a nice triangle of trust. You're gonna. I'm an
independent.
No, I'm just saying if people think that. I don't know what I don't remember what I'm registered as.
Number 5.
I'm probably registered as like a freaking communist. Who even knows at this point for me?
God, I hope not.
No, I'm not.
Number 5. Let's go to number 5 here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Report card.
More important with a K.
News. Report card with a K. I hate you. It's been a while. Though. It's been a while since we talked about the Kardashians, and for good reason. But it has been a week of celebration for the family. Courtney and Blink-182 drummer Travis Barker are engaged, and people are wondering, A, is Scott Disick okay? And B, who will his teenage date be to the wedding? Kim Kardashian West celebrated her 41st birthday while coming off one of the best surprises in TV history.
People lost their mind.
Calm down.
People lost their mind over it.
Calm down.
She killed the internet.
Calm down. One of the best surprises, let's go with in recent TV memory. She absolutely killed it as the host of SNL 2 weeks ago, and Kanye West officially changed his name to Ye. Yay! Honestly, this is all pretty mundane, but it kind of begs the question: should they bring back the show just to have some real, air quotes, real drama in their lives? No, they shouldn't. I'll just. I
mean, I miss it though. I miss them creating things, and
miss it like I miss having herpes.
I don't. I miss it. I miss it like having a nice, like a nice ice cream on a hot summer day, because it's cooler now, and you want a nice ice cream on a nice hot summer day. And I'm just like, what happened, Kardashians? Used to be so interesting, but uninteresting. Everyone's just having babies, and having families, and just being normal, boring people, and it bugs me. And I wish something would happen. I don't want anything bad to happen. I just wish they would do something. Somebody should do something stupid, relatively stupid. Like Brother Kardashian, do something stupid. That's what we need. And it makes me sad. It makes me sad because I'm a fan of everyone in this family, except for Rob, who thought he could sell socks and just live off that. And that didn't work. But this is a weird spot. The Kardashians are famous for a reason, for doing a show and, being this.
We're doing a show. We're not famous.
but I mean, like doing a show after like other things have happened, and everyone cared about what they were doing, and now it's like we still kind of care about what they're doing, but what they're doing is boring.
They're famous because Ray J tapped that.
But it's beyond that. Like a lot of people have had sex tapes, and then people stopped about it. They just whatever. Like Chris, Momager, made them all real people and made those shows interesting. And they were really fun to watch. Like I loved the first like 7-8 seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and anytime they went to like
are not real people. They're not real.
I don't care about that.
Okay, you said that she made them real people. They are not.
Well, she made them people we cared about watching, and that's all.
Some people cared about watching.
It was the best show on cable. Like, or not the best show. It was the most watched show on cable.
Okay, let's not.
It was appointment television.
Well,
no, I don't know.
For some
the best
people,
show on cable, but it was great. It was a great show, and I miss it. I hope that something comes back where we can keep up with them in some way, shape, or form. I wish it was more week to week.
I'm sure it'll be on. You can keep up with them on Event Horizon or whatever the fuck. Facebook.
Maybe not that, but just do something where like you have a show, and even if it's like Cooking with Paris, which I still need to watch, but just something like that. I need you back in my life, Kardashians, in a way that's not boring. And that's all my come back, not boring. Because you're all nice and good now, and that's great. Good for you.
That's why they're not interesting.
But do something dumb. Please, somebody do something dumb. Just for me.
Yeah.
Just for me.
Well, you need like Courtney to just get hooked on Coke or something.
I don't want that. Don't get hooked on Coke, Courtney.
Yeah. You want something interesting.
Just date a basketball player who sucks.
Well, they all do that.
Date Ben Simmons.
No, one of them already did.
Yeah, Kendall
Which
did.
One? Kendall.
She dumped him because he sucks.
Kendall's dated like
Devin Booker
Eastern
now.
Conference All-Stars.
She's with Devin Booker, an actual good basketball player. So, but Courtney,
if you look at the
roster, crap.
If you look at the roster of basketball players that Kendall Jenner has dated, that's easily an Eastern Conference final team. It's not even close.
Not with Ben Simmons.
He's on the bench. He comes off 6-man. He's not mentally and physically engaged.
He's not anything engaged. He sucks. But that aside, something needs to happen. I feel like this is setting us up. Maybe we'll get a Christmas gift.
Hey, listen, we've willed other things into existence.
Yeah, we have. It's been all us and nothing else.
But I will say that I have some things on my Christmas list. And if we're going to use the rest of our arcane magic to bring back the Kardashians, I'm going to be very upset. Very upset.
It won't be. Our arcane magic only works in this show. Unless we just do a Christmas list breakdown, we can do that. Just, hey, what's our wish list?
Let's go to something that's not on my Christmas list.
Fat-free ice cream?
No, not that.
Which is gross and nobody should ever eat it.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, this is a true story. I, every now and again, get the urge to try the low carb thing. And
oh God.
because I want to lose weight and most of my diet's carbs. And every now and again, I go with like the sugar-free ice cream. And if you get the right kind, it's not that bad. But then if you put sugar-free chocolate sauce on it, that shit should come with its own Mr. Yuck sticker because it tastes like fucking poison.
I just love that you're just still eating ice cream. Respect to you, Bryn.
What do you mean still eating ice cream? I'm not going to stop. Who eats more? Do I eat more ice cream or you eat more pizza? I think you eat more pizza, honestly.
This last 7 days was the first time I hadn't had pizza in 2.5 years in a week. Like
I haven't had ice cream in, what day is it?
Thursday?
Not a great barometer. Not a great start.
Wednesday? It's Thursday.
Thursday.
It's Thursday.
So
Wednesday for you?
Saturday.
Saturday. So I went longer without pizza. Yeah. I'm gonna have pizza tomorrow, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna have ice cream tomorrow. No guarantees though.
Sure.
So
I had ice cream today.
see, what'd
Ice
you
cream
get?
was delicious. I just had some pumpkin ice cream from
Oh,
Trader Joe's.
fuck you.
You don't like pumpkin ice cream?
I don't like pumpkin anything.
You don't like pumpkin pie?
No, it's fucking horseshit. All of it. If you're one of these people, here we go. Here we go. If you're one of these people, nope, you let me go. If you're one of these people who's out here from late September to Thanksgiving, who's like, ooh, pumpkin spice, pumpkin this, pumpkin that. You think you're cool and you're not.
I don't think I'm cool at all. I think I'm a basic bitch and I love it.
Yeah.
I'm a huge basic bitch.
Listen,
I own it.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
Yeah.
You saying that you had pumpkin ice cream is the whitest thing you've ever said, and you like Taylor Swift. I just want you to understand that.
I'm okay with that.
Pumpkin sucks.
I'm a white person.
Pumpkin sucks.
Pumpkin doesn't suck.
Yes, it does. Pumpkin sucks.
All those spices are delicious.
Nope, wrong.
Clove, cinnamon.
You're wrong.
You don't like
That's
cinnamon?
not a pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
I'm talking about pumpkin.
All those things that are pumpkin, whatever, have those spices in them.
Pumpkin.
Vanilla.
The
god
flavor.
of flavoring.
Let's just move on before I get upset, because I'm about to get upset.
Let's rank our Thanksgiving. For a pod.
Rank? What do you mean? There's only one.
No, rank our Thanksgiving dishes.
I'm not making things. We don't make Thanksgiving here. I make Christmas. You're just saying like what's our favorite Thanksgiving?
What's our favorite Thanksgiving foods?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Turkey stuffing. End of list. List over.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Mashed potatoes?
No, I don't eat potatoes.
Well, thank your mothers for listening. This actually ends up the show. Brandon's like potatoes, and I'm not sure where I'm at right now. You don't like French fries?
That doesn't count. I'm talking about baked potato, scalloped potato, mashed potato.
I am.
Those.
I am
mashed potatoes.
Let's just go to the
mashed potatoes. Tricked me as a child because I thought it was ice cream and it wasn't. I was like, "Oh, what is this?
Delicious though.
Tastes like
it's
nothing.
Savory.
It tastes like nothing."
You gotta put butter and salt. We gotta move on. We'll do it. Here's the thing. We'll just do a Thanksgiving episode where we just talk. It won't be a ranking. Let's just talk Thanksgiving. Everything about it.
Turkey, stuffing.
But like everything. Just like, yeah. And not just
That's
food. Watching football.
Watching the Lions lose.
Is Thanksgiving tradition. Unlike watching the Cowboys lose. That's always fun. But yeah, we'll move on. Let's pop culture potpourri this, Brandon. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. Your hats throw me askew. How are the Cavs looking this year?
Let's just move on.
Okay. I gotta switch earbuds.
Yeah.
I like where this went though.
I don't. Okay, while you're doing that, how do the Cavs look this year? They look like they're probably bound for the lottery again. So,
yeah.
Evan Mobley looks good, but for some reason they just keep trading for big guys. So I don't, I think that the Cavs front office is just like doing a fantasy draft on NBA Live, not even NBA 2K, NBA Live. So there's that.
It happens, but we'll move on to things that will make you even angrier.
Indeed.
So let's do it. Uncharted, right?
Yeah. You're gonna read the Reddit?
We're gonna watch the Uncharted trailer for the first time. Brenton told me earlier today that it came up and he threw his phone when he heard the music.
Well, that was in part because I just didn't want to see it because I knew we were going to do the thing tonight.
But also because you're scared of this. And so there was a still that came across and I just put my phone down on my chair respectfully.
Oh, so, at least you were respectful.
Yeah. But I'm at 0. It's 2 minutes and 27 seconds. It's Spider-Man and Mark Wahlberg. You probably know more from the Funky Bunch.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is, let's see, Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg are ready for adventure in the first trailer for Sony's Uncharted film, but is Uncharted superfan me? Time to find out. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. Let's rock and roll.
All right, let's go 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, like fuck his voice. Wish you would get lost.
He's Spider-Man. Always making drinks. Oh. It's just like the video game.
No, not at all, but that's okay. We'll get to that.
Oh, but I like Antonio Banderas. This is so much like the game. It's crazy to me.
It's not at all like the game.
I know. What is this? It's like, why? So I'm just gonna let you go off on that because that was something
No,
that happened.
no, don't like that. Don't like any of that.
Because it's just like the video game, except none of it.
Well, it looked like parts of like, okay, let me back up. There are 5 games that star Nathan Drake. There's Drake's Fortune, Among Thieves, Drake's Deception, A Thief's End, and then the Vita game Golden Abyss, which is like the little brother bastard child. This looked like it had elements of like several of the games. And the weird part about it is like through 1, 2, 3 and Golden Abyss, there's no mention of his brother. And then his brother comes in the 4th one. And so they're going straight to the brother angle, which is weird. Now the plane scene where the packages are tumbling out of the cargo net and all that is lifted directly from the 3rd game,
Right?
Drake's Deception. And there seemed like some of the characters, like I'd have to look at the IMDb and see like credited names of characters or whatever. But here's the thing is like, first of all, it's like he's playing Peter Parker pretending to be Indiana Jones,
Sure.
which isn't that. That's not Nate. And I said this whenever we got that picture that came out, like, where the fuck is Sullivan's mustache? And Nate met Sullivan as a child, not as a teenager or young 20s. Like he was like an adolescent whenever he met Sullivan for the first time. So this is fucking horseshit. The whole thing is just, it looks like a garbage truck on fire. And it's gonna suck. So there's that.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good, I don't think, at all. I'm sorry,
I just
Brendan.
wish they wouldn't.
I
It's not even. They just should not have. It's not even like what if you got this actor, or what if you did this this story angle, or what. They just shouldn't have made this move. They just should not have made this, because we already have a George, and it's Indiana Jones.
I'm sorry.
Just make it, just don't do this, because we already have Indiana Jones. National Treasure looks better than this. We have another, don't switch your earbuds. We have another trailer.
Oh, I'm switching back. I said
okay.
I couldn't stand having just one ear. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Red notice.
Yeah. So let's see here. So we'll move past Uncharted, which, I'll tell you what, that was the scariest fucking thing I've seen this Halloween season. So there's that.
Are you going to see that in theater?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to support that by giving it my money. I'll wait till it's on Netflix, because it's going to be it's just going to bomb. It's going to bomb. It might do okay commercially, just because Tom Holland, because people think Tom Holland's a good actor for some reason, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around.
They think he's probably entertaining, I guess, but
they couldn't have picked a worse person to play Nathan Drake. I'd have been better as Drake, and I'm fat.
I think I would have been good.
No, stop it. You're too little.
I would have gotten the weight room.
No, like you're short. You're too short. All right. Let's see. You're not adventurous looking enough. Let's see.
Tom Holland's more adventurous looking than I am.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying
I grew a mustache.
He doesn't have a mustache. Sully has a mustache. Drake doesn't have a mustache.
What's adventurous looking? 5 o'clock shadow. I can't do that.
Trailer number 2 reaction. 3 very attractive people star in the movie Red Notice. We react.
Yes.
To the first trailer. It's a little bit longer. That's what she said.
I gotta play through this ad. Oh, a Dune ad is what I'm getting.
Oh God. How long is that piece of
15 seconds? Oh
no, the actual movie is, how long is that going to be?
It's supposed to be good.
Well, I know it's supposed to be good. How long is it? How much of my weekend?
2.5 hours. Right, 2.5 hours.
I'm convinced I'm not going to like it. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be self-fulfilling prophecy. I think I'm just going to dislike it regardless. Well, we'll see.
That's too bad.
Yeah, we'll see.
So we got 2 minutes and 56 seconds on Red Notice.
I got 3 minutes and 6 seconds.
Okay, where are you?
But mine probably has ads or shit at the end. So you got a boat.
There's so many different ones for this. I'm just watching the one that says official trailer from 9 hours ago. IGN.
Oh, IGN. Okay, let me see if I can find that one.
All I did was put a Red Notice trailer on YouTube, and then it was the first one that showed up.
Yeah, no, mine's directly from Netflix. You said yours is how long? 2 minutes.
I think I found the one you're looking for.
3 minutes and 7 seconds. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, right. I got it. I just it was weird that it scrolled that direction. Okay.
You have ads again, or you're good? Okay.
No ads.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. I already like it better than the last one. They should have got fucking Ryan Reynolds to play Drake. He actually
that would be good.
Nailed that role.
Yeah. He was too busy doing this.
The Rock's playing an FBI.
Reynolds. This is a
heist movie.
Yeah. Oh,
so
I'm in
Uncharted.
On this so much. Right. But this looks good. Oh, I'm all on this already. So when does this come out, and when can I see it immediately?
Soon.
Gal Gadot too. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 very attractive people. That's what I said.
I try not to know. Oh, this movie's gonna be awesome. Yep. I love the music. It's even got like a Steven Soderbergh like music thing going on.
I think, yeah, it's got like almost like Ocean's vibes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Steven Soderbergh. Yeah. Oh, I'm in on this.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, I like that. I like that kind of stuff. When do we get Gal Gadot? Okay, never mind. It's like when we get her in a little dress. Yep.
What?
Oh, I like this. Of course. Yeah. No, this is going to be great. And she has a shield there, or there's a little stick thingy, Wonder Woman thing.
This
going
fall,
on.
it says this fall, but what? Is this Ja Rule? Is that a Ja Rule song?
Sounds like him.
That's weird. I didn't realize he was still alive.
No, Firefest.
Exactly. That's what I mean. I didn't even know he was still alive.
This movie is going to be awesome. Because
this is what I trailer.
It is a long trailer, but this is what I want from all three of these people. This is exactly what you want from these people.
Oh.
Yep. Yep. No, this is great. Yeah, this is gonna be good.
Release date?
I'm down with this.
There's no release date though. That's distressing. This is fall. November 12th. November 12th. There you have it.
All right, Brendan and Greg, get the movies at home.
Yeah, coming up.
That's gonna be really good. I like 100%. I'm down with that. I don't think that's gonna disappoint me at all.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
It's gonna be really good.
I like that more than the Uncharted trailer. Literally one frame in. Like that's it.
Ryan Reynolds in his Hawaiian t-shirt.
Yeah, I knew I liked it better. He should play Drake. He could nail it because he's like a smart aleck. He could do that smart aleck thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe he just didn't want to do it.
What else do we have here? The Marvels director Nia DaCosta blames the snap on Steve Rogers for not sacrificing Vision. I blame it on the writing. Personally. Personally, I blame it on the writing because that's who wrote that the snap happens. So is that the Russos? I blame the Russos for the snap.
I blame that I love those movies and I don't care.
Yeah, it's just banter. It's just banter at this point. Quentin Tarantino has hinted his final film could either be a spaghetti western comedy or Kill Bill 3.
I'm good with either because I would love either one of those, and it's fine. And he can do what he wants.
Yeah.
He's earned that.
Disney has announced a slew of delays.
Because of Batman.
Will you just wait?
No.
You can't just wait. No,
I can't. I'm impatient.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness booted from March 25th to May 6th. Thor Love and Thunder, previously dated May 6th, will move to 7/8/22 for all of these. Black Panther Wakanda Forever will move from 7/8 to 11/11/22. Untitled Indiana Jones, previously dated July 29, 2022, moves to June 30, 2023. The Marvels dated 11/11/22 moves to February 17, 23. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania moves from 2/17/23 to 7/28/23. Untitled Marvel, Untitled 20th Century, all removed from the slate. And I am of the same mind as you. I mean, we could get conspiratorial on this, but like, there's a thing in the games industry when a game like just as an example, like Halo is going to drop on November 18th or whatever. That's just a hypothetical date. I think it's in December, November 18th. Nothing else is going to release that week. They're just going to get the hell out of the way. And that was my initial thought when, the Batman with a release of March 5 over the weekend, and then 2 days later, Disney delays everything out of March. It was like, well, let's get the hell out of the way of this thing. That was my first thought as well. And I don't know if, that's just being conspiratorial or what have you, but that was my first thought was, they just they want to get the hell away from the Batman.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, for good reason. I mean, the thing is, like, you and I are both like, we think this movie is gonna be awesome, and it probably will be, but like, you just don't. Why would you go up against that?
Well, and the other thing too is, I think by the time that March rolls around, and we said this probably last year at this time, but by the time March rolls around, there's going to be more people in the theaters.
Right.
We've seen it the last couple months here with Shang-Chi and Venom and No Time to Die and all these movies where people are starting to go out more and see them. So I feel like by March, it's not going to be like with Venom, for example, where it was like, boom, everybody comes and sees it week number 1, and then it's got a short tail. I think that by the time March rolls around, you're going to see people going back for multiple viewings of these movies.
Yeah.
So, and I think that that's part of it too. Halloween Kills won the box office this weekend, pulling in $50.4 million, with No Time to Die and Venom 2 taking second and third respectively. Halloween also set a record for the best opening of a film with a day and date streaming debut as well. It's on Peacock, Paramount.
Yeah, it's Peacock. It's Peacock.
Yeah. No Time to Die continues to do well globally, but will be hard pressed to catch this year's box office champ F9, a Fast Saga
for good
film,
reason.
Well, which raked in well over 700 million. Spoilers for spoilers for the Fast and Furious episode. You and I both did this when Austin gave Guillermo the 2 truths and a lie from.
It was
Fast
amazing.
9.
I didn't know what to do.
Great comedy there. Halloween Kills.
This guys brought it. Halloween Kills. Have you watched it yet?
I don't watch these movies.
Right, that's right. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll watch it on Halloween.
I have it on good authority that it's not that good. So
I have on good authority that's okay.
My source told me that he didn't really like it that much.
So. I love Halloween, and I love being 23 and hitting on 18-year-old girls or 17-year-old girls in Halloween. I remember when I did that. So.
Oh, that was at Fright Night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's funny.
Yeah. Xbox
she had a lot of makeup on. What can you do? I wanted to hit the joke before you did. So
Xbox announces an anniversary event for its 20th anniversary. The Xbox anniversary celebration will take place November 15th, and it has been confirmed that no new games will be announced, but footage of previously shown games has not been ruled out. So there's that. And
there's that.
This was accidentally part of that. James Gunn wants to reboot.
That was weird.
Yeah, James Gunn wants to reboot Gilligan's Island with cannibals.
I'm out on that.
You're out? You don't like that?
No, I actually don't.
I think I might be down with that. Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay.
Confirmed Secret Invasion has begun filming with a release targeting next year.
What?
Secret Invasion.
No, I know what that is.
Yeah. Will release next year.
That's going to be a Marvel movie?
Show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be a show.
It's like, well, that would be cool, but
yeah.
I almost feel like you need to get Chris and Robert Downey Jr. back in on that, if that's going to happen.
What's going to happen, and they're not going to be in it. So
it's weird.
Get yourself ready for it.
That'll be weird.
You missed that? We talked about it at some point. We said
we did. Yeah, I know. It's just like, it seems weird to me that like they won't be in it when that's the only way this makes sense. But okay.
You can make it without them at this point,
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see. Media recommendations.
So marine teaching books, which is fun.
Yeah.
Learn how to be a teacher.
I read those for 4 years.
Yeah. It's good. It's good learning. We're all here to learn, never stop learning. Squid Game, finished that up. show's really good. I forgot to put in here Succession. Started season 3, of course, because it came out. Do you watch Succession, Brenton? I don't know if we've ever talked about that.
No.
Oh, it's great, man.
I don't watch TV.
We don't talk about the show, but you should watch Succession. It's
great. I have other stuff that I have to watch beforehand.
Okay. Like it's really good.
I have to watch Ted Lasso. I haven't watched
Sure, you do. You definitely have to do that. Ted Lasso, then Succession. Very good. Beetlejuice, I definitely just going to recommend that. And Janie got me all the James Bond books. So I'm going to try to dig into those whenever I can, because I've never read those. And that would make sense that I would read the books after loving all the movies over the years. But mostly I haven't really had a lot of time because this week was actually insanely busy for me. So
yeah, because you were starting a new job while wrapping up your old one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot to handle. For me, Far Cry 6, still playing that. Hot Wheels Unleashed. I think I said that I didn't have much to say about it last week, but I have a lot to say about it this week. It's awesome.
Cool.
The racing mechanics are really good, like surprisingly good. And then the track builder has a very robust set of tools to build like pretty ridiculously cool tracks. And that's pretty much all my son wants to do is build tracks. And he just like tells me how to build them and I build them. He tells me like how he wants it and stuff like that. And the one that we built tonight was actually really crazy. We used just about all of the available real estate in the area that we were building in. It's like a finished basement, this particular area. So we had tracks like going off of a pool table, under couches, under like a TV.
That sounds fun
stuff. Yeah, it's really rad. And you can share your tracks online. I'm thinking about actually maybe like when he gets up to like when we have like 10 tracks or so saved, maybe making a video where I play all of his tracks and put it on the YouTube channel.
Do you see your son as an architect going forward?
I don't see him as he's 6. That's what I see him as. He's 6.
Sure.
He's pretty like but like that's the thing is watching the two of them play, like the little one, she plays with like more like using imagination and creating stories of her own, like with her little characters or whatever. And he builds. So that's it's fun. Like whatever, Lincoln Logs, Legos. I mean, he's got a bunch of Hot Wheels tracks of his own, that sort of thing. So maybe.
Are either of them left-handed?
No.
Okay.
I don't. Who the hell knows with her? She's a psycho.
Those are she wants. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's right-handed.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Definitely right-handed.
Yeah.
And then I also picked up Ronin, a Visions novel, which is the novel set around the events of the Star Wars Vision short, The Duel. And the first two, I think like the first 2 or 3 chapters, I'm only through like the second chapter. I haven't gotten to read it that much. It's that short. So everything after that is just playing in that world that we really liked. And I think that's the cool thing about that is like the character, the Ronin, is because when we do Star Wars, we always see what it's like when a Jedi goes bad and joins the Sith, but we never like we see them redeemed at the end and then they always die, but we never really have gotten a look at like, well, what's a Sith look like whenever he's like, nah, I don't want to be bad anymore. And that's what this character is. So it's going to be really interesting to kind of like read about that character and stuff like that. I don't think it's technically considered canon, but whatever, it's cool.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Let's see here.
Some bad movies are considered canon, so
yeah, that's fair. BXG podcast publishes every Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 a.m. Pacific, 4 a.m. Hawaiian.
Aloha.
On podcast services around the globe. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, so on and so forth. Find us on social media at facebook.com/BXG podcast or, horizonworlds.com/BXG.
Jesus Christ. Prestige worldwide.
Instagram at BXG Podcast, at GT Phils, at Y2B, Twitter at BXG Podcast, at GT Phils, and at Y2B. You can check us out over there. You can send us an email. to bxgpodcast@gmail.com.
Maybe we'll get a PO box and you send us actual letters. We'll do that at some point.
Yeah, snail mail.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I think that's it. Tell your friends, tell your families
Tell your mothers
about the unmistakable essence of the BXG podcast. Take care, friends.
bye. Thanks for listening.